Nestled amongst rolling green hills there was a village. This village was unlike any other, with its picturesque landscapes and serene atmosphere. The villagers lived in harmony with nature, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of the earth. It was a peaceful place, where time seemed to slow down, and the worries of the world felt distant. The gentle breeze carried the laughter of children and the soft murmur of conversations. The air was sweet with the scent of wildflowers, which bloomed in abundance across the meadows. Their vibrant colors painted the landscape, creating a tapestry of beauty that delighted the senses. Birds sang in the trees, their melodies blending into a symphony of nature. Each morning the village awoke to the cheerful songs of these feathered friends, a reminder of the simple joys of life. At the edge of the village stood a very special tree. This tree was not just any tree. It was ancient and revered by all who lived there. It was old and wise, its branches reaching up to the sky like long arms. The tree had witnessed countless seasons and held within it the stories of generations. This was no ordinary tree, for it was known as the whispering tree. Its leaves glowed with a mystical light, especially under the moonlit sky, casting an enchanting glow over the village. The villagers believed the tree was magical. They held it in high regard, often gathering around it to share stories and legends passed down through the ages. They said it could grant wishes, but only to those who approached it with pure intentions and a heart full of kindness, but only to those with kind and selfless hearts. The tree seemed to have a way of discerning the true nature of those who came to it. Many had tried their luck. They came with hopes and dreams, each one whispering their deepest desires to the tree. They whispered their desires to the tree. Some wished for wealth, others wished for fame. There were those who sought love and others who longed for adventure. The whispering tree listened to them all. It absorbed their wishes, its leaves rustling softly as if in response. But it only spoke to a select few. Those who were truly deserving would hear its whispers, guiding them towards their heart's desire. It seemed to know who truly deserved its magic. The tree's wisdom was beyond comprehension, and its choices were never questioned. And so, the legend of the whispering tree lived on. It became a symbol of hope and wonder, a reminder that magic exists for those who believe and have a pure heart. Mia was a young girl with bright eyes and a sunny smile. She lived in the village and loved to play in the meadow. One sunny afternoon, Mia was playing near the whispering tree. She saw a boy sitting alone. His name was Ben. Ben was a kind boy, but he was very sad. He couldn't run and play like the other children. Ben had been sick for a long time. His legs were weak, and he had to use a crutch to walk. Mia felt sorry for Ben. She went over to him and offered him a flower.
Hello, my name is Mia. What's your name?
I'm Ben.
It's nice to meet you, Ben. Do you want to play with me?
I can't. I can't run or play like the other children.
Mia and Ben became friends. Every day Mia would visit Ben. They shared a bond that was unbreakable, a friendship that was pure and full of joy. Mia always looked forward to their time together, and Ben cherished every moment they spent. She would tell him stories and sing him songs. Her voice would fill the air with melodies that made Ben smile, and her stories would transport them to far-off lands filled with adventure and wonder. Sometimes she would even carry him on her back so he could feel the wind in his hair. They would laugh together, feeling the breeze and the warmth of the sun, creating memories that would last a lifetime. She wished there was something she could do to help him. Mia often found herself deep in thought, wondering how she could make Ben's life better, how she could bring more joy to her dear friend. One day Mia had an idea. She remembered the stories about the whispering tree. It was said that the tree had magical powers, that it could grant the deepest wishes of those who believed in its magic.
Ben, I'm going to go and make a wish for you. I believe the whispering tree can help.
A wish? What are you going to wish for? Ben asked, his eyes filled with curiosity and a hint of hope.
I'm going to wish for you to be able to run and play again. I want you to experience the joy of running through the fields and playing with the other children.
Ben smiled. It was a smile filled with gratitude and love for his friend. He appreciated Mia's kindness and her unwavering belief in the magic of the whispering tree.
That's very kind of you, Mia, but I don't think it will work. Ben's voice was gentle, but there was a hint of doubt in his words.
It might. You never know. Mia's voice was filled with determination and hope. She believed in the magic of the whispering tree and the power of a heartfelt wish.
And so, Mia went to the whispering tree. She stood in front of the tree and closed her eyes. The air around her seemed to hum with magic, and she felt a sense of calm wash over her. She thought of Ben and how much she wanted him to be happy. She pictured him running and playing, his laughter filling the air, and her heart swelled with hope.
Whispering tree, please, please, please let Ben be able to run and play again. Mia's voice was a soft whisper, filled with sincerity and love for her friend.
Maya opened her eyes and waited. Nothing happened. The tree stood silent, its leaves rustled gently in the breeze. Mia sighed. She had really hoped her wish would come true. Just then, she heard a voice.
Who's there? S3, Mia.
I am the whispering tree. I have heard your wish.
Mia's eyes widened in amazement. The tree was talking to her.
Your wish is a selfless one. You have asked for nothing for yourself. You have only asked for happiness for your friend. Therefore, I will grant your wish.
A warm feeling spread through Mia's body. She couldn't believe it. The whispering tree rustled its leaves and a shower of golden light fell upon Mia. She stood there, mesmerized by the shimmering light that seemed to dance around her, wrapping her in a warm embrace. It felt like the tree was speaking to her, whispering secrets of the ancient forest. Then everything was quiet again. The light faded away, leaving behind a serene calmness. The village, which had been bathed in the magical glow, returned to its usual tranquility. The only evidence of the miracle was the lingering warmth in Mia's heart.
Ben, you won't believe what just happened.
Mia ran back to Ben. She couldn't wait to tell him what had happened. Her heart was pounding with excitement, and her feet barely touched the ground as she sprinted towards him.
Mia, what is it? What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Nothing's wrong. The whispering tree, it spoke to me. It said it's going to grant my wish. Can you believe it? Our dreams might actually come true.
Ben looked up and saw Mia running towards him. He had never seen her run so fast. Her face was glowing with joy, and he could see the spark of hope in her eyes. Ben stared at Mia. He didn't know what to say. He didn't believe it. It couldn't be true, could it? The whispering tree was just a legend, a story told to children.
But that's impossible. Trees don't talk, and they certainly don't grant wishes.
It's true. I know it is. I felt it, Ben. The magic was real. We have to believe.
Just then, Ben felt a strange sensation in his legs. It was like a warm, tingling feeling spreading from his toes to his knees. He had never felt anything like it before. He stood up, he took a step, then another step, and then he was running faster than he ever had, with a newfound strength and energy. The miracle was real, and it was just the beginning.
I ran and ran. I felt like I could run forever. The wind rushed through my hair. Ha ha!
Ben laughed out loud, the sound echoing through the village. Mia watched in amazement. She couldn't believe her eyes. Her wish had really come true. People came out of their houses to see what all the commotion was about. They gasped when they saw Ben running and playing.
It's a miracle. The whispering tree has granted another wish.
News of Ben's miraculous recovery spread through the village like wildfire. People gathered around the whispering tree. They whispered their own wishes. They wished for wealth, for fame, for good fortune. But the whispering tree remained silent. It seemed the tree had grown quiet. It no longer granted wishes to those who sought only to benefit themselves. The villagers were disappointed. They argued amongst themselves. They couldn't understand why the tree wouldn't grant their wishes.
Why won't the tree listen to me? I just want a good harvest this year. Perhaps the tree is out of magic, or maybe it only grants wishes to special people.
Only Mia and Ben understood the truth. They knew the tree's magic was reserved for those who possessed kindness and selflessness. They tried to explain this to the villagers.
The tree doesn't grant selfish wishes. It only grants wishes that are good for others.
But the villagers didn't listen. They were too focused on their own desires. Years passed. Mia and Ben grew up. They never forgot the whispering tree and the magic it possessed. They lived long and happy lives. They both married and had children of their own. One sunny afternoon, Mia and Ben took their children to the meadow. They wanted to show them the whispering tree. The tree was still there. It was even older and wiser now. Its branches were heavy with the weight of time. Mia and Ben's children ran and played in the meadow. They laughed and shouted with glee. Mia and Ben watched them, their hearts filled with joy.
Do you remember the day I made my wish?
How could I ever forget? That was the day my life truly began.
As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the meadow, Mia, Ben and their children gathered beneath the whispering tree. The tree's leaves whispered softly in the breeze. It was as if it was sharing its ancient wisdom with the world. Mia and Ben knew the whispering tree would always be there, a symbol of hope and kindness, a reminder that the greatest magic of all is the magic of love and selflessness. And so the legend of the whispering tree lived on, passed down from generation to generation, a timeless tale of kindness, selflessness, and the enduring power of love.